Today is a great day for this party. We've had time to postpone this NEC due to so many reasons. Even now, there are issues that ought to have, culminated into moving the NEC forward, but we said this NEC should hold no matter how. And I want to use this opportunity to thank our leaders, the governors, the caucus, for fashioning out a way for us to have this NEC so that other contending issues will also be discussed, and also will send another, we'll have at the end of the day another date that will soon convene another NEC again. From now to the convention, we are thinking we should have like 3 NECs or 4. This will sort out most of our contentious issues within this party. I want to also reiterate that the beauty of PDP is that it has always had internal, mechanism to surmount whatever obstacle anybody, even if he's an alien, whom we know, to solve its problem. And this is what of it. People are outside there waiting for this opportunity to see whether we are able to surmount all these problems that are self-inflicted and somehow engineered from some quarters. But with the help of God, we'll continue to overcome. They will put obstacles and we will surmount it until when we show them the way out. Today, this NEC is going to consider just 3 agenda, which was adopted by the caucus, and also have the opportunity to fix another NEC immediately, to come back and consider other issues that are also germane for this party. I want to welcome everybody here to this 99th NEC, and I wish us fruitful deliberation. I will address the press after we must have finished our NEC. And I can see the whole. Please, I want to use this opportunity to beg those that are not members of NEC to at least give us the opportunity to have this deliberation, so that tomorrow somebody will not say, we've had so many people and try to come to invalidate our NEC. So I enjoin all members that knows they are not members of NEC after all the opening remarks to leave us when we get to the business of the day.
Governors Forum, our very revered leaders, members of National Assembly, particularly my leaders, members of House of Representatives, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring you good tidings from the House of Representatives. I would not bore you by going through the issues of defection which my learned colleague has discussed. But I want to assure you that your party, the People's Democratic Party, the party of Nigerians, is still intact in the House of Representatives. Let me remind us that it is only a good tree with good fruits that people throw stones at. A tree that is dead without fruits, you won't see children throwing stones at that tree. And those stones they throw at the tree, what they are targeting is the fruit. They cannot kill the tree. And so whatever we see today, it is because of the good fruits that PDP has. And that's why we are receiving the stones. But we are very, very certain that with all of us being a little bit more selfless and a little bit less selfish, that we are going to come out stronger. Let me again tell us that PDP, for those of us who are into football league, PDP is a training ground for all politicians in this country. And so, what you are seeing is that after we have finished training, we lend them to other teams. And some of them will end up coming back to play for us. But there is no strong, meaningful politician, not many, in Nigeria today that hadn't a tint from the PDP, that didn't start and cut her teeth in the PDP. So we want to assure us that we are strong and resolute. We believe that is a passing phase. We will go through it. But we will pray amongst our leaders, like I said, that there is nothing that is too much of a sacrifice to make for the party. Therefore, again, and in conclusion, let me hit it clearly that we need more of selflessness in our party, and we need less of selfishness. Thank you, and God bless you.
Members of the PDP in the National Assembly are completely in tandem with the efforts of our governors, the efforts of the NWC members, the efforts of BOT to revamp the fortunes of the PDP. And that is why we gave complete confidence to the lineup of activities of the leadership of the party that will culminate in the convention of our national convention. We believe that given the circumstances that which we found ourselves as a party, that there is no better time than now to line up activities that will reassure members of the PDP, lovers of the PDP, lovers of democracy in Nigeria, that PDP is coming back. And so today, this is one of the series of activities that we are attending today. And we believe in the National Assembly that moving forward, in complete unity and cohesion. Members of the PDP, as it was in the beginning, that it is still now, will continue to work hard towards ensuring the PDP goes back to its winning ways. Let me state here that we have observed in the National Assembly that there have been various defections of senior, very serious members of the party. And that could give the impression to anybody that PDP is on the verge of collapse. But I say to you here that we in the National Assembly believe that coming from all the constituencies of Nigeria to make up the PDP, and knowing that PDP is the biggest brand in this country today, that you can find in any nook and cranny of Nigeria, the PDP is very strong, and these activities carried out meticulously will even make the PDP stronger. And so, we say that while the defection of very senior members of the party may have a temporary setback, we believe that PDP, with its ideas and ideas, would definitely be the party to beat, even in 2027. We should not lose sight of the fact that PDP was put together by 16 and then 34 members. At that time, we didn't have any governors, we didn't have any senators, we didn't have any other leaders other than the people who, in their own idea, conceived PDP as a democratic party that could give Nigeria a purposeful leadership. And so today, I think we are more than 34. And so, from whatever rising from the throes of defections, even the antiques of the ruling party, to bring us down, I want us to convince ourselves that Nigeria deserves an alternative, and that alternative is PDP to provide another level of leadership. Thank you very much.
My speech is going to be very short because we are really humbled by the patience and the perseverance of our leaders here, and even our members in the country. As governors, we have gone through a lot. This dispensation is a different one under the present administration. There are so many boo-boo traps, there are so many innuendos, political movements that have been done. Today we are being bombarded by the issue of coalition, defection, a gale of defection that is even affecting some of our members. Our members are standing strong and resolute. There is no intimidation that we are not going through. There is no caressing or cajoling that members, as your elected governors, are not going through, if you ask any one of them. But certainly, we are resolute. We will not abandon the mandate. And that is why you can see us here together. Yes, we wish well for those who have left. But we believe this is not the first time people left PDP and came back. I'm sure they will come back. As for the other political development, it is a great concern. The BOT chairman has spoken deeply about tolerance, closing rank, humility. We need to do that with the hindsight that we are the only party standing. Other parties have been penetrated. They have factions here and there. And they have members in the National Assembly. Some even have governors. But certainly you would give it to us that we are together united. We have been holding meetings in various states, from Plateau, Taraba, Oyo, Delta, Akwa Ibom, Bauchi. And this is what is keeping the party and coming out with communiques that have to do with governance issues. And we are doing that for us to be visible, for you to know that we are not really giving up. And we will continue to do that, no matter the blame and what have you. The governors are united. We are ready to work No amount of intimidation or exclusion by the federal government will make us give in, because there are a lot of it, and we are ready to tolerate and swallow all the melancholy, all the abuses that we will get. Later in the day, maybe we'll give you a report on how the governors are forming subcommittees, going extra mile to ensure that this neck is convened and is held. But we really appreciate the apprehensions of our leaders who have worked so hard and patiently to be able to reach this level. This 99th neck is to us a triumph of democracy, a triumph of good governance over the evil that we're experiencing in this country. Thank you very much.
I welcome you to this meeting. It is with a deep sense of responsibility, humility, and hope that I stand before you today at this crucial 99th meeting of our National Executive Committee meeting. Let me begin by expressing my gratitude to each of you for your continued commitment to the People's Democratic Party, the party that once symbolized and must again become the beacon of hope for the Nigerian people. The journey of our party has been long, sometimes turbulent, but always deeply rooted in our collective aspirations for a united, democratic, and prosperous Nigeria. While we have faced internal and external challenges, and in most cases self-conflicted or self-inflicted challenges, we have also witnessed our enduring strength, the strength of our ideals, the resilience of our structures, and the loyalty of millions of Nigerians who still believe in the PDP as the most credible platform for national transformation. But we must be honest with ourselves. There is still much work to do. Divisions, mistrust, and lingering grievances within our ranks have at times hampered our progress and blurred our vision. As the party of the people, we must recommit to healing these wounds and restoring faith among our members. As chairman of the Board of Trustees, the conscience of the party, I call on all of us leaders, elders, youths, and stakeholders to embrace reconciliation, not just as a political tactic, but as a moral imperative. We must open our hearts to forgive, to dialogue, and to rebuild trust. No ambition, no grievance, and no misunderstanding should ever be allowed to override the collective interests of our party and the hopes of the Nigerian people who are yearning for our return to national leadership. Let us initiate a genuine and structured reconciliation process led by respected elders that reaches down to the grassroots and extends a hand of peace to all aggrieved members, both old and new. Our doors must remain wide open to fresh ideas, open to new members, open to all Nigerians who believe in justice, equity, and good governance. As we reconcile with one another, we must also expand our reach. Let us welcome the energy of the youth, the vision of technocrats, the passion of women, and the commitment of patriotic Nigerians who want to join hands with us in rescuing our nation from the precipice. Let the PDP be known once again as the big tent, just as we are here now, as a big tent, inclusive, listening, and reflective of Nigeria's diversity. Fellow party members, the ordinary Nigerian is tired of hardship, tired of insecurity, tired of unfaithful promises, unfulfilled promises. They are looking for leadership that listens, leadership that delivers, and leadership that unites. Let the PDP rise to the occasion. Let us strengthen our internal democracy, revamp our communication channels, and prioritize policies that directly touch the lives of everyday Nigerians. We must begin now to articulate a people-focused vision and present a credible alternative, not just as critics of government, but as champions of the future. Let this 99th meeting be remembered as a turning point, a moment where we chose unity over division, hope over despair, and service over self-interest. Let us go back to the grassroots with a renewed spirit, a clear purpose, and a firm resolve to reclaim our place as the party that not only knows Nigeria, but truly loves Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening.
The National Executive Committee of our great party at its meeting, the 99th NEC, thoroughly examined the state of the affairs of this nation and expressed as follows: serious concern over the sorry and melancholic state of affairs of our nation under the irredeemably exploitative, insensitive, and anti-people APC administration of Bola Tinubu. NEC condemns the worsening insecurity, the wanton killings, banditry, kidnapping, marauding of communities, and other acts of terrorism in various parts of our country, emboldened by President Tinubu's apparent negligence and abdication of his constitutional duties to ensure safety and security of these citizens. NEC also laments the worsening economic hardship and extreme poverty in the country occasioned by the ill-advised and ill-implemented policies of the Tinubu administration, hike in fuel price, wanton increase in electricity tariff, multiple taxes, and unexplained charges on services, resulting in collapse of productive sector, closure of millions of businesses, massive loss of jobs, rise in criminality, and general sense of misery across the country. NEC also condemns the policy inconsistency, wholesale corruption, massive treasury looting, budget padding, and diversion of public funds that forbade the administration, resulting in infrastructure retrogression and loss of investors' confidence in our system. NEC restates the PDP demand that this administration should rescind all its anti-people policies and take practical steps to address the insecurity and economic recession in the country. Furthermore, NEC stands in firm resistance to the sinister plot by the Tinubu-led APC to turn Nigeria into a one-party totalitarian state, as evidenced in the desperate attempts to strip and annihilate opposition parties through open siege, threats, and intimidation of opposition figures and institutions of democracy in Nigeria. It is clear that this plot is born out of APC's mortal fear of inevitable defeat in 2027 due to its dismal failure in government. On the part of the PDP, NEC restates our party's belief in democracy, the rule of law, and the supremacy of the will of the people as expressed through their free and unhindered democratic participation into multi-party politics and governance. The successful convening of the 99th NEC meeting clearly communicates our party's unity and focus, despite challenges. Pursuant NEC also received and ratified the composition of the Committee on the Zoning of National Offices ahead of the National Convention. The members of these zoning committees are Governor Doediri, Chairman, Governor Daudalawan, Vice Chairman, and Caleb Mufwan, Secretary. That's the zoning committee. The members of the National Convention Committee are Governor Ahmadu Umaru Pintri, Chairman, Governor Ademola Adelik, Vice Chairman, and Governor Peter Mba, Secretary. Next, also received the resolution of the Southeast Zonal Executive with regard to the issue of the National Secretary and to be considered and deliberate upon in the next NEC, which is slated for 30th June. NEC reassures Nigerians that the PDP remains strong, resilient, united, and determined now, more than ever before, in leading the charge to rescue our nation from the vicious grip of APC administration. Thank you.